Experience isn't what wins a government contract. The government doesn't check your resume. They check that you have a cage code and a repeatable process. Your first contract in 2026 is a shorter process than you would ever think. I'm going to show you the exact 5 steps that matter. Get legal. You want to make sure you have a physical address, no PO box, no virtual address. You have a tax ID. You've paid all of the required fees, and you have a cage code in Sam.Gov. No cage code, no prime government contracts. A lot of people end up being stuck here because they second guess the address. They're very hesitant to put forward maybe their home address, or just may not have the funds to rent an actual physical office. Or you may just enter the wrong entity type. Many people have accidentally selected state or nonprofit when they're actually a sole proprietor or an LLC. Mistakes happen. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to keep making progress, learning, applying, and adjusting. That is what's key. Once you receive your cage code that you will verify in Sam.Gov, boom, you are now active and can be awarded prime government contracts, meaning you and your company holds the contract. You will be paid for the work once you invoice into the bank account that you have on Sam.Gov. Next, you want to follow the money. Stop leading with what you do and instead find out what are they buying and how are they buying it. For example, when I first started out, I provided a lot of data analytics and diversity and inclusion training. And at that particular time, a lot of different agencies were very interested in it. But I was informed later on to focus in on staffing, that was the way to make more money by getting paid to staff positions for the federal government. I thought, okay, if the federal government wants staffing opposed to diversity and inclusion, hey, why not? So then I honed in on what they wanted to buy. You can take a look at this not only on usaspending.gov, but also let me show you guys. You can see here, I put in the prompt, what has the federal government purchased in the last 30 days? And you can see day-to-day purchases for all my amazings, every one of you here. Here are some hot categories. At the end of the day, we have staffing, landscaping, janitorial, IT, transportation. There are no shortage of various opportunities that the federal government is looking to purchase. So you want to begin with what they're looking to buy. So in the example that I provided, I pivoted. Good thing that I did, because during the first Trump administration and then the second Trump administration, diversity and inclusion became basically illegal. The same goes for you. You want to make sure you lean into what the federal government is purchasing right now. You can also go on LinkedIn and easily create a poll. Ask people, what have you sold to the federal government in the last 30 days? You will receive more responses than you can ever imagine. None of it is glamorous. That is the point. It's a contract. It's getting you a foot in the door, so then you can start to work on what's known as second money. When you reverse the approach, you can start to look at what's been funded, who has won, and what ways can you get in, potentially as a subcontractor. Perhaps you have a different approach. You have a different price point that you can go ahead and either take that work from an incumbent or pursue that work with a similar agency. The government isn't waiting for your dream product. They're waiting for somebody like you who can provide a product or service based on their needs, their deadlines, and within their budget. Point 3, bid, bid, bid. Every contract that will be awarded in the next 30 to 60 days is typically available at this point in time for somebody like you to bid on it, as well as for you to find out how are they procuring it. Is this something available on Sam.Gov? Is it on Unison? Is it something that they're interested in using a government purchase card for? At the end of the day, providing a response to an opportunity is required to win a prime contract. If you do not bid, you're not able to win anything. Waiting until you feel ready, you understand the FAR, you're real comfortable, you have all your ducks in a row, you will be waiting and waiting and waiting. Nothing will change. This is not a space of perfection. This is a space of of taking action. We take action through bidding, bidding, and bidding. One of the reasons people never receive a contract is they're too busy waiting until they're ready. Readiness comes from submitting, from learning, applying, and adjusting, from taking action, not just sitting back and continuously learning. That's great to learn, but then you have to apply what you learn. This happened for me when I was first starting out. I'd received different contracts as a subcontractor, and I wanted to go ahead and become a prime. So I learned from a retired sergeant. I started to learn from prime contractors that we sub to. And I took their information, I took their templates, I took as much as I could and made the most out of it and kept bidding and bidding. And guess what? I didn't win all the time. There was a lot of losing, but I didn't give up. I did not give up. I tightened up the content, tightened up the pricing. I figured out what they needed when it came to resumes. I learned the value of a capability brief and so many other things, but I never gave up. Keep in mind, the government market moves whether you do or not. Regardless of who's president, the federal government is always buying. Number 4, write your own proposals, or at least know your numbers. AI can be amazing. I even had to redesign one of my rooms. However, it doesn't know everything. Sometimes it may get the pricing wrong. It may recommend a subcontractor who is also bidding on the opportunity. It may miss some things in the actual solicitation that you're interested in. You want to put yourself in the position that the win is a blessing and not a burden. And too often, people will win the work. They realize that they underbid or they were too reliant on AI, and then they want to give it back. Like it's a COVID pet. This is not that situation. We're not here to give contracts back. We are here to make sure we are in a powerful position to provide the product or service that the federal government desires within their requirements to build our business. That's what we're here for. And I get it. This happens more often than people want to admit. And you can brush your shoulders off. It's okay. Brush off the dust, but just get yourself back up and try again. Don't use this as a reason to give up. Most importantly, know your numbers before you submit, understand your true costs, understand your margin, understand how your sub operates, and most importantly, have things in writing with your sub, especially around pricing. Make sure that they know their pricing is, for instance, $50,000. The pricing cannot and will not change unless they gain approval. And if by some chance you must make a change, get it in writing from your contracting officer if this is a federal opportunity. You want to set one goal, put it on a sticky note like this and hang it up somewhere where you'll see it. It can be behind you, can be in front of you. You can put it in your purse or your handbag or your folder. You can crinkle it up and put it in your pocket. One goal. So for instance, if your goal is to win $100,000 in profit or to take home $100,000 in profit, write it down. I prefer some type of black ink or black Sharpie. Write it on here. One of our coaching students, his contract was well over $300,000 and he's taking home $100,000. You don't have to win 10 contracts to make this happen. All it takes is one win. But we want to make sure we are focused on one goal. When we are focused on multiple goals, our energy is too scattered and it seems like we're not progressing, we're not getting anywhere. And we use that as an excuse. I knew it wasn't going to work. Instead, just focus on that one goal and put everything toward that goal. And you'll be just like our coaching student. And before you know it, with one contract, you'll yield the amount that you have written down on your sticky note. Right now, there are over 1,600 opportunities on Sam.Gov set aside for small business owners like you. That even excludes Unison or any of the paid platforms that list state, local, and education opportunities. There's no reason you can't win one. All it takes is one contract to change your life. Back in 2013, end of summer, we were awarded our first massive 8A contract. It was a $4 million contract with the USDA. It changed everything. We had that contract for well over 10 years. And at one point in time, we had over 100 people working for my firm. Never in my wildest dreams did I expect that. Never. That one contract changed everything. And I know the same will happen for you. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and don't forget, everything is possible. Bid, learn, apply, and adjust. Take care. Until next time. Bye.